That was the third throw. It's not initial.
The fact that we were starting 8 different times.
2-2. Shut up. Play the game. Ah! Got it. Yes. 3-3.
That was us for sure.
I think with all due respect to you, that Clem's worst BP day is better than your BP day.
I don't disagree.
Hey, are we doing the Fungo rankings this year?
I think I'm just gonna wear you out today, Tank.
Weren't you up there at the top? You weren't? Weren't good enough, huh?
Unique New York.
3 times fast.
Yes, unique New York. Unique.
You got your own Fungo. Look at this. Heck yeah.
Who you got in the fight? Silverback or polar bear?
Hey, where'd you get in?
Oh. Just
straight
a
up.
room that's 60 degrees.
It's like a dang maze over here, man.
Silverback's winning 24-7.
Hey, we just say we take some ground balls, huh?
Sit down, Tate, sit down! Talking about the ones up the middle there? Those are grays. Ah, yeah. Tough play. Get rid of it. Yeah.
Yes, Gray.
Hey! Made a tough play. Boy, Gray. Hey, hop around. A little energy, Bortles.
Boy, Blom.
Yes, Greg, getting better today.
Make a play.
Hey, bring it in.
Whoa, whoa.
The concentration today for your 4 or 3 rounds plus the Rebs win round is to just stay real short. The first one will go middle away.
We can make adjustments, but we can't do it in 24 hours. You can try to shorten your swing, but how much shorter can we really make the swing? Start sooner so you can get in a good position and drive the ball the other way. Instead, you just start the same time you always start, right? And then try to do it with your hips, and so you got no shot at hitting it good, you know what I'm saying? No shot. Let's learn something about hitting, all right? How long have you been hitting? Your whole life, like how long? Give me years.
15 years.
All right, 15 years. So you've been swinging basically the same way so we can make adjustments, but we can't do it in 24 hours. You can try to shorten your swing, but how much shorter can we really make the swing, all right? And so if you really commit to the fastball and start soon enough, you got probably the best shot on the team at getting to it and having success, right? The only way this works is if your lead's big enough. But well, how does that happen? Because he goes like this to throw over, and you go, he can't pick me off. Because the big thing is, well, I don't expect you to steal it anyway. I'm only running you because I think he's going to hit the ball somewhere. Every swing, you gave yourself a chance, you know what I'm saying? All the other ones, you may have had 1 or 2 in the other rounds, but every swing in those 6 cuts, you had a shot to hit the ball because you were on time. Once you start soon enough, you'll realize that you can hit it, right?
We are pushing the tarp out. I heard there's some bad weather tonight, and so we're gonna cover the field after the other team practices tonight.
Wall.
Someone make a move.
Beep, 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 beep. Still sucks since the first day we did it. Hadn't got any better. Then now I got someone next to me that just doesn't want to push. Houston.
I've been working the whole time.
We love tarp pull. Tarp pull is amazing. Easy. Oh.
Gotta do what you gotta do to play. So, just attack it and get it done so we can come out and play some baseball.
There's just no way of doing this without getting dirty. So, just try to keep my clothes clean.
I think Connor Green's had his hands on the tarp a total of like 4 minutes.
Yeah, but I'm not going to listen to you because I was pushing next to you. And every time I looked over, you weren't even pushing.
Connor just stands around and tries to cheer us on and just ends up making everybody mad. But I am hard on.
Hey, we're trying to give the fans an accurate portrayal of what it's like to be on the Ole Miss baseball team. You're lying to everyone.
It's 3:06. We just got done with the team meal, and we got a while before the hitters meeting. We got about 40 minutes before the hitters meeting. A couple of the guys are just hanging out in the dugout. Tate's throwing a bullpen right now to Colby. James is hitting lefty with no shoes on and a fungo.
They're out there playing fungo golf right now. The hole is the Canukin sign next to the K's. Basically, they don't put a number on it. You just got to hit it until you hit it, and just get super creative with what we got in the stadium to work with. Changes every day, and it always ends with a home run, and all the guys that don't hit one have to go get the balls.
Go ball! Heads! James! SEC sign. Doc is looking for a shot that, his errant shot, OB. If he loses that ball, it's +10 and it's anybody's game.
Normally after that, when we try to hit home runs, and then the guys that don't hit the home runs have to pick up all the balls. So I think that's what we're going to do next.
He gets it underneath.
No!
Negatory!
Oh!
Oh, wow.
All right, guys, let me have your attention. As March Madness and the Final Four ended, I'm watching the basketball games, and I don't think I'm different than a lot of people. But when you think about television, and when you think about excitement, man, I love the 3 weeks in March. Why do people love it so much? Why do I love it so much? Because it's pure. They are playing their hearts out. They're playing with so much energy. It's the greatest thing in the world. You got to find that energy. You got to find how you can play your very best when it means the most. So we've said so many times how talented we are. Hey, we've played really good at times. But how can we do it when it means the most? How can we do it more often? How can we do it consistently? If we're going to be the team that we want to be, we have to play with that kind of energy, right? That kind of body language. That, man, you can just feel it when you're watching a television. That, man, they are putting it on the line. That is the best. That is the very most that guy can give right now for his team. Tonight, let's learn how to play that kind of baseball.
Thus far in the year, the Rebels had become accustomed to sophomore hurler James MacArthur providing quality starts and going deep into contests. But the early goings of this game were anything but usual.
All four, a full count walk to Chandler Avant to start this ball game.
2 homers, 9 RBIs, right-handed batter. In the dirt, bounces away from Fortes. MacArthur showing some control issues here for the first 2 guys.
James is our ace. He's our Friday night guy. And those big guys, sometimes it's hard for them to find their motion.
James is usually right away, right from the start of the game. He just pounds the zone. He just fills the zone up with fastballs.
It wasn't really what we're used to seeing, or I'm sure what he was used to going through.
In the dirt again, it's 2-0. Avant trying to get to third. The throw from Fortes is not in time.
Just being out there, I think at the beginning had a little adrenaline, tried to overthrow, and then once I started overthrowing and missing, I started trying to underthrow and just those strikes, and then kind of made it a little bit worse.
The 3-1. The low, ball 4. He's walked the first 2 he's faced, so first and third with no outs. 27 previous innings, James MacArthur had 2 wild pitches. He's got 2 without an out here in the first.
Mike Bianco in his 17th season as the head coach at Ole Miss. Made a lot of trips out to the mound through the year. 647 wins.
You got to get your rhythm here. You got to find your rhythm. You know what I'm saying? And then just let it go. Right?
Okay.
Just let it go. You make the first pitch fastball, right? And then we go breaking ball. It was close, but it's a ball. But then after that, you're missing some arm side balls. Extend, reach into there, and let's get the ground ball back to you. Unless the guy's dead out at home, go to second base, get 2 outs, and let's finish this. But you got to get back in the strike zone, right?
Yeah.
First pitch fastball away. Come on.
Coach B, he's a smart coach. He's one of the best in the league. So he knows what he's talking about. He knows when to say things and when not to say things. And If he approaches you with something and he says it to you then it was probably the right decision, the right time to say it.
Well, sometimes I think you just got to challenge them. You just asked me a question. Sometimes you got to pat them on the rear, and sometimes you got to kick them in the rear. Hey, look, sit down. You've heard all this before, right? If you want to be an ace, you gotta laugh. But this is the thing. If you want to last, you gotta throw. You know what I'm saying? You're not throwing the ball. You're throwing it like you're scared. Right? And they can't hit you, right? So if you threw the ball even close to the way you're capable, you'll just mow them down. I get it. Sometimes it's a rhythm thing. Figure out the rhythm. I'm on your side. I want you. I'm pitching you on Friday night. Nobody believes in you more than I do. So if you want to win, then go win the game. It's yours. Go, man. Cruise. We'll score more than one, right? And you just cruise. But, man, you got to go after them, right? Come on.
I mean, he's gotten into me before between innings whenever haven't gotten things going just to kind of wake me up, and what he pretty much told me was, you're our ace, you're our guy, you need to go out there and you need to attack these guys like you can.
He needed to be pushed a little bit and challenged a little bit, and thankfully for us, he found his motion.
First pitch, ground ball hit sharply to Bortles at the edge of the grass, one away.
Man, he's got good hands. I mean, that ball got on him in a quickness. He was played in, taking away the bunt, and just scooped it up through to first.
Okay, I'm bad.
Strike three called. That's the third strikeout.
And delivers to Alexander. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 4 for James MacArthur.
One pitch away, kid. 1-2-6. I'm mid-bay.
The 2-2 to Kaufman. Strike 3 call. Fastball got him looking outer half.
That is the James MacArthur that we have seen all year, able to hit that outside corner.
Ball to Blackman at second, kind of handcuffed him, throws over. That's 6 in a row retired by James MacArthur.
Win a pitch, James! Win a pitch!
MacArthur, ready? Swing and a miss. Overpowered him with the fastball there, struck him out.
It's like he has almost reinvented himself on the mound on the fly tonight.
After the first inning, Colby came over to me. He was like, hey, we're going to get that run back. Don't worry about that. And, I got tons of confidence in those guys. And we get hits all season. It's just a matter of if we can string them together. And when we do, we're really dangerous.
And it's a line drive to left field there. 77 on that one, Keith. And a leadoff single for the Rebels in the 4th, second hit of the game.
We talk a lot about putting that chain together or not breaking the chain to have a quality at bat after a quality at bat, and it certainly is helpful and more productive when some of those at bats and some of those links to the chain are extra base hits.
And his pitch swung on, lined it into that left center gap. That's going to be real trouble. Golson round second. He'll hit third. They're going to try to score him.
You got to go, Ace! You got to go! You got to go!
Well, he hit it right into the empty defense, and it paid off, and we're tied 1-1.
Yeah! The Reds are running!
He's got a 2-hit game, trying to turn it into a double. Bortles comes around to score. Back-to-back doubles by Ole Miss, and it's 2-1.
There it is. That's exactly what we were talking about. Ole Miss stringing hits together. Not only did they get a runner on base, but they got him on second base, and this is where big innings start.
Ooh, he does drive it the opposite way, deep into the right center gap. Good time for a green light. Third double of the inning for Ole Miss. It's 3-1.
And a pitch. Down low, and Dillard's going to try to score.
Yeah!
Good read again by Dillard.
The usual suspects had produced for the Rebels, giving them a 4-run advantage. But no lead is safe in the SEC, and Coach Mike Bianco would have 2 relatively fresh faces deliver the insurance runs.
Hey, go to work, Sam. He go! Keep going!
And a fly ball to left field. That ball is crushed, and it is gone! Solo shot! Nick Fortes puts the Rebels up 5-1.
It was a 2-0 count, and I knew I was going to get a fastball. He threw me one, and it just happened to be up in the zone. I'm not a big home run pimper, as some people call it, so I just hit the ball. I knew it was gone and started jogging a little early, I guess, but it felt really good to see the ball go over the fence at Swayze.
That's big, man. Awesome, man. Nice shot, nice shot.
Tim Rowe to bat for Fitzsimmons is a left-handed hitter, so he'll switch over the left-handed batter.
All over the place, right?
Fastball, cutter, all over.
You're going to get a fastball, right? You're going to get a fastball at some point, right? So be ready for it. Don't be late, right? 90, 92. Yeah. Short, get to it.
I'm on the mic and I'm calling a bomb. Calling a bomb and I'm on the mic.
And the 2-1. Let it rain! The Rebels are up 6-1. Tim Rowe with his second jack of the year.
There's going to be times where you're going to need for guys that maybe weren't the marquee guys going into the season, or the guys that maybe weren't even starting at the beginning of the season, that have to impact the season.
It's really cool to see, like especially both those guys. They're really hardworking guys, and when they finally did get their moment, they definitely took advantage of it.
Yeah, well, I think the biggest thing is just trying to be the best teammate that I could be. I just, wait my turn, be a good teammate, and whenever I do get that shot, try to make the most of it.
Ole Miss looking for its 18th win of the season and its 4th victory in SEC play. Fly ball to left. Kyle Watson has come into the game. He squeezes it for the final out. And Ole Miss wins game 1 of this weekend's 3-game series by a final of 7-2 over Alabama.
Boys over.
What? Go ahead, finish up.
Boys over.
A lot of fun, man. A lot of fun. Love games here in Swayze. Nothing better than Friday night fireworks.
Fireworks, man. Firework Friday is so much better with the W.
All right, bring it in here. Hey, congratulations, and obviously it's always good to win and good to win on Friday. Good nights today by, obviously, Rowe, with the big coming off the bench and hitting a home run. Bortles, as I mentioned, Golson with 2 hits, Olenek, I think, with 2 hits. But a guy with 4 quads, moves him over twice, big home run, and an HBP. Where's Mr. Fortes? Congrats, man. Good job.
Hard hat. Give it out to, I guess, the most valuable player of the game, but kind of symbolizes, our goal, which is 21 SEC wins, but also honors George. That was George's number. So I feel pretty honored to get it today, helping us get a little closer to that goal.
Who's George?
George was the main character in our book that we read, The Hard Hat by John Gordon. He was a lacrosse player that unfortunately died. But he was a great teammate, and that's what he lives on to be, is in everyone's hearts, is a good teammate. So,
yeah, it was a good night. We had fun. We were dancing, keeping the energy up, and I think we attributed a lot of those 7 runs. All the dugout energy, it was us. It was us.
Great to finally get a win, get 7 runs on the board, and get a good night's sleep and do it again tomorrow.
Today's a big game for us. As you know, like Saturdays are always swing days, is what Coach B calls it. You can't talk about a sweep until you win Saturday, and so that's our mindset today: is win the swing game day and come ready tomorrow and play for the sweep.
Guys, let me have your attention. Just a couple things, which I said last night, but again, I think sometimes I say it, after a game, and it's tough, win or lose. Win, you're excited and fireworks and all of that, and you lose, sometimes the message gets lost. But today, it's the most important game of the year, really is. And you would never have thought, hey, Alabama Saturday, most important game of the year. Why? Because this is the only one that we can control. We got to be where our feet are today. We got to be present. We got to put the blinders on and quit worried about tomorrow or what's happening in the league or where we're going next, or here we are at whatever our conference record is, 4-6, and if we win this weekend, win that weekend, it doesn't matter. You're in a position to control your own destiny. Win your games. Be present. Be here in Oxford today. That's what we need. Go get them today.
So it's game 2 between Ole Miss and Alabama. Rebels won it 7-2 in game 1 last night. An absolutely beautiful Saturday afternoon. Temperatures in the mid-70s. A little bit of a wind that is blowing out. So pitchers want to keep that ball down in the strike zone.
Taylor, 7 home runs, 17 RBIs. Leads the team in homers. And he hits a bomb high in the air to right field down the line. And that ball is going to drift back fair for a solo homer. Wow. Amazing. It looked like it was going to drift foul, and then it bowed back in.
That had to have gone 20, 30 feet. I mean, it was way foul.
Man, and like it was wet, and then like it hits, you know, and I guess he had so much backspin, like he didn't hook it, he had so much backspin that it was off the bat, it was foul. I mean, it was where those trees go up. I mean, it was that much. And then just kept blowing over.
Ground ball right side. Zabowski missed it. Rolled off his glove. He's trying to chase it down in shallow right field. A runner at second is in trouble with his head coach. He wanted him to look at him, waving his arm, trying to get his runner to look at him, and Avent didn't pick him up. Kobe Vance will be the batter. And he bunts it out in front of the plate. It'll be picked up by Fortes, and he'll throw to first, and it pulls Zabowski off the bag, and everybody's safe. Bases loaded, and all of a sudden this has become a nightmare.
This ball line past Tate Blackman at second. 1 run scores. They'll stop Vance at third base as the throw comes to the plate, and Alabama leads 2-0. A 2-for-2 day for Cody Henry.
I really just came out here to give you a little breather, all right? This guy last at bat, we gave a ton of fastballs. I mean, he maybe probably saw 7 pitches. I think he saw 1 slider or breaking ball, and the rest, fastball. So we're gonna throw a first pitch, change up away. Keep making pitches, right? 1 pitch from getting out of this, all right? Be a good job. We haven't done our best, but you need to finish this inning, right? Change up away. Let's go.
David Parkinson would like to keep it at 2-zip. Lefty ready is 1-1 pitch to Tanner Deviney. On its way, and it's a line drive into center field, and diving for it, Olenek rather, and he will make the catch right off the top of the ground.
Laying his body on the line has become routine for Diamond Rebs standout Ryan Olenek, both in the field and at the plate.
And a couple of hits on the weekend. He was 2 for 4 last night. He is hit by the first pitch of the inning.
All the places he's been hit this year, he's probably okay with that one.
Well, like Olenek gets hit all the time, mostly in the hand. He gets damaged a little bit by the baseball.
I feel sorry for him sometimes, but then again, I don't because he's my roommate.
We always need icebreakers, and an icebreaker is somebody who goes out there and gets hit every time almost. So Ole went out there and did that for us, and we were able to string hits together after that. And, that's what we've been doing all year.
Here's one lifted the opposite way. On the run is Taylor back toward the wall. It's over his head, bounces off the wall, bounces off him. Boy, hit that ball a long way. And his pitch. Swung on, line drive, center field. That's down for a base hit. 1 run will score, and it's 4-2.
Once I got around, and then we started just putting a lot of pieces together and really good at bats, just really competitive, then it was almost like we knew we were going to win that game. We had to win the game because we were too competitive to lose.
1-0. Swung on, lifted toward the right field corner. Alexander moves over, makes the catch, tagging at third, and heading home is Fortes, and we're tied. Nice at bat for Kessinger, gets the sac fly to right. Back-to-back sac flies by the 2 freshmen, and it's a brand new ballgame.
That was big for us, I think huge to get it tied up. And I think everybody, the sense was once we got it to 4-4 that we were going to win that game.
Bottom half of the 9th inning, Greg Kessinger, the scheduled hitter. Then top of the order, Tate Blackman and Will Golson against the right-hander Garrett Suchy. 4-4 game. Well, you'd love to figure a way to get it done here in the 9th. 4 errors you're trying to overcome. His first pitch to Kessinger. Ground ball toward the third baseman plate in. He has it. He throws to first low, but in time for the out.
1 swing, 1 out.
1 down for Tate Blackman, who's 0 for 4. And Tate is 0 for 8 to this point. Going to go back over and visit with Coach Bianco for a moment.
The main reason that you call timeout is, really to give Dallas a little bit of a breather. We have a first pitch out. You don't want another first pitch out to where Dallas has to go back out there for inning 2 and maybe didn't get his rest. So I call timeout, and I tell him that I don't think it's a secret. I think the other dugout knows what we're doing. But you can joke a little bit. You can hit a home run here to end it, just to kind of relieve a little bit of the pressure.
So you just stay with your normal approach, go after this guy, but just want to give him a shot right here. You need a base runner, right? So base hit, HBP, or just a home run, and that would be nice to end it, all right?
Wind is blowing out to left field again, and it's picked back up. The 1-1.
When I hit it, it kind of went up, and I was just like, oh man, maybe a pop-up.
I didn't think it had a chance to get out, but you see the ball flying, you see the outfielder getting closer and closer to the wall.
I kept on looking, I was like, ooh, that wind might help this ball get out of here.
Everybody's like, go, 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 go.
Swung on, high fly ball left field.
Good on, ball. Good ball.
Taylor going back at the wall, and he's going to jump. It's gone! It's a walk-off jack for Blackman, and the Rebels have won it 5-4.
Listen, congratulations, and you win all kinds, and we deserve this. And of course, you have a great man at the plate at the end, but wasn't our cleanest game, and maybe not our best pitch game to the end, but of course, Stokes comes out, gets us out of a big jam, Feigl gets us out of a jam, and of course, Dallas does what Dallas does, and just nobody better in the country. But you got to keep believing, you got to keep picking one another up, you got to keep playing with positive energy, and good stuff happens, right? It's always good to win, but it's better to win with 10,000 in the stands. Nice job, proud of you.
It's awesome, awesome for him. Got a pitch he could hit and walk-off dinger. We'll see that in the highlights for a while.
I'm just thinking about Tate's home run. I was about to call the pitch and kept a water bottle in my pocket actually to soak him when he came in and scored. Kind of got on me a little bit, but it's all good. So as long as we win.
It's just a fun experience. I mean, that was my first career ever walk-off home run. Never hit one in Little League or in high school, so it's a fun experience. I'm just glad the wind came out and supported me so the ball would get out.
One of the reasons that we were so good last year is our best day of the week was Sunday. 14 weekends, we were 11-3 on Sunday. We could close the weekends out. We could sweep them. Right? And the 1-1 series, we could win that game. And so we talk about Energy Sunday, and you know the reason because everybody's been here for a while, and they get to the dugout, and you can tell there's not a lot of energy over there. The pomp and circumstance has kind of, left the stadium. For whatever reason, Sundays you need more energy. But one of the things I want to remind you today, it's just not acting. There's got to be intent to that energy. Can't be just to show energy. There's got to be intent. And what I mean by that is have intent to lift somebody else up. The true Energy Sunday, all right, the true energy giver is the one that's lifting people up, making everybody else around you, everybody else wearing the powder blue, better today.
Oh my God, that's awful. Sorry, man, we got time, man. We're on a couple. Dude.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
52-34.
I am not getting tagged in today. I'm making it a point.
Starting line. Let's go, Greer! Let's go! You hit hard, man. Come on. You can hit me. I won't move. Yeah. Oh! Get after him. Let's go. Run that 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's go!
You see the southpaw freshman out of Jackson, Tennessee, Ryan Rollison. The young man continues to bloom, and will try to make another statement here today.
Here we go, Rolo.
A bullet to shortstop. Kessinger is there.
Boy!
Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Yeah!
Nice job to get out of a mess here in the first.
Rollison would set the pace for the defense, keeping the Bama Bats at bay.
Good! Yeah! I'm on 2s. Keep coming, 2s.
Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Yeah! Good inning.
With Rollison and company holding Bama in check, the Rebel hitters went to work.
Breaking ball, lofted, short right, coming on, Alexander, he can't get it.
Yeah!
Run scores, Rowe running into second, he'll be there.
I told him to.
Now Will Golson. Golson, the right fielder.
Can I get a Humwee? A
There goes the runner. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Fly ball. Left center field. Hit pretty good. Go, 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 go. Gone! Two-run homer, Will Golson. And the Rebels do extend the lead. Now up 4-1.
Golson smoked the ball, and it was one of those where you knew it was gone right off the bat. I don't know that Golson's hit one of those before where you're just like, wow, that thing is gone, because a lot of people say Golson ain't got no pop.
I'm not. That's Will Stokes. Will Stokes is the creator of Golson Ain't Got No Pop. He says it every day in BP.
Or all I got to say is, watch the man hit. He's a great hitter, and he can put some balls out.
So do you have pop?
I do have pop. Stokes might say I don't, but I do.
The Rebel offense would keep rolling, with sophomore Ryan Olenek taking part in one of the strangest plays you'll see all season.
Oh! It's an intentional walk.
Tell him ready to hit. Bortles, get off! Bortles, get off!
You see a whole train of people going out to the bullpen to take your place. It motivates you in different ways.
Oh my goodness, that's over the plate for a base hit on an intentional walk. A chance to drive in a run. He gets waved, and the Rebels score.
That look good, Ben?
What was I gonna say?
You're asking me? I don't know.
I forgot. Get Golson out of here. I can't do this with him in here.
Can you hear me? Can anybody hear me? All right. That was funny. What, Mike?
You sit on a throne of lies.
Apple Protein! Apple!
I want fight.
If I call this bomb, is this on the season? Absolutely. For sure.
Get back there!
I think I can catch, man. Nah, you ain't tough enough to catch. I think I can catch. I think I can take Nick and Kube's spot, to be honest with you.
Back!
Back.